In a moment of historic diplomacy, President John Dramani Mahama of Ghana touched down at Modibo Keita Airport in Bamako, Mali, marking the start of a bold initiative that could redefine West African relations. Dubbed the Good Neighbourliness Tour, this mission seeks to build bridges between Ghana and the newly formed alliance of Sahel states, comprising Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, nations that have recently turned away from ECOWAS. Before we dive deeper into today's update, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support is key to helping us grow and reach more viewers like you. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on exciting updates. The arrival was met with a grand welcome from Mali's transitional president, General Assimi Goita, signaling the significance of this high-stakes engagement. At a time when West Africa is grappling with security crises, shifting alliances, and economic uncertainty, Mahama's presence in Mali could be a game changer. The world is watching closely as Ghana, a beacon of democracy in the region, steps forward to initiate dialogue and collaboration in an era of increasing geopolitical realignment. As President Mahama descended the aircraft stairs, the symbolism was unmistakable. A handshake with Assimi Goita wasn't just a diplomatic courtesy. It was a signal that Ghana was willing to engage, to listen, and most importantly, to foster a new path for regional cooperation. The Sahel nations have been navigating troubled waters, distancing themselves from ECOWAS in frustration over security concerns and foreign influence, particularly from France. Their recent withdrawal from the regional bloc marked a turning point in West African politics, raising questions about the future of regional integration. Mahama's mission is to soften these divisions, find common ground, and explore avenues for partnership that transcend political rifts. Behind closed doors, the discussions between Mahama and Goita are poised to be some of the most consequential in recent times. At the heart of the agenda is security, an issue that has plagued Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso for years. The spread of jihadist insurgencies linked to al-Qaeda and the Islamic State has destabilized entire regions, forcing governments into drastic measures. While Ghana has largely been shielded from direct attacks, its proximity to Burkina Faso places it in a precarious position. The spread of instability southward is a growing concern, and Mahama understands that Ghana cannot afford to be a passive bystander. Intelligence sharing, security training programs, and coordinated efforts to combat terrorism could emerge from these talks, reinforcing Ghana's role as a stabilizing force in West Africa. But this visit isn't just about security, it's about economic survival and prosperity. Historically, Ghana and Mali have shared deep trade connections, dating back to the trans-Saharan trade routes that linked ancient empires. Today, with Mali being a landlocked nation, partnerships with coastal countries like Ghana are crucial for its access to global markets. Infrastructure development could be a key area of collaboration, with possibilities of Ghana joining the proposed Bamako-Conakry-Ouagadougou railway network. By leveraging its port infrastructure in Tema and Takoradi, Ghana could become a gateway for Malian exports, fostering a mutually beneficial trade corridor that strengthens both economies. Such a deal would not only revive historical trade links, but also create new opportunities for businesses and workers on both sides. Beyond trade, agriculture and energy stand as promising fields for cooperation. Mali, with its vast agricultural lands and gold reserves, offers potential resources that Ghana could tap into by energy sources and enhance rural electrification. These discussions could pave the way for new trade agreements, opening doors for increased commerce and economic interdependence between the two nations. As the talks unfold, Mahama's diplomatic maneuvering could also breathe new life into educational and cultural exchanges. There is precedent for cooperation in this domain. Mali has previously sent students to Ghana for mining-related training through Anglo-Gold initiatives. Reviving and expanding such programs could foster deeper people-to-people connections, strengthening ties beyond government-level negotiations. Ghana's universities, renowned for their academic excellence, could host Malian students in various fields, from engineering to governance, creating a pipeline of knowledge sharing that benefits both countries in the long run. But for all its potential, this diplomatic mission is not without challenges. The geopolitical landscape in West Africa is shifting rapidly, and the AES countries have increasingly aligned themselves with new global partners, including Russia. Military support from the Wagner Group has reshaped Mali's security approach, contrasting sharply with Ghana's more Western-leaning stance. Navigating these differences will require skillful diplomacy. Mahama must present Ghana not as an enforcer of ECOWAS mandates, but as a trusted neighbor willing to engage on equal footing. He must balance Ghana's relationships with Western allies while maintaining a pragmatic approach to the realities on the ground in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. One of the biggest tests of this mission will be the question of ECOWAS reintegration. Ghana has historically played a leading role in ECOWAS mediation efforts, with past presidents like Nana Akufo-Addo taking active roles in negotiating transitions after coups. However, the AES states have shown reluctance to return to the ECOWAS fold, citing deep-seated grievances over sanctions and external influence. If Mahama can reposition ECOWAS not as an adversary, but as a framework for collective strength, there may still be room for dialogue. His approach, one of engagement rather than confrontation, could open a pathway for future reconciliation. As Mahama prepares to extend his tour to Niger and Burkina Faso, the outcome of the Bamako visit will set the tone for the rest of his engagements. Will these meetings yield concrete agreements, or will they serve as foundational steps for future negotiations? The stakes are high, but the opportunities are even greater. A fragmented West Africa benefits no one. Economic stagnation, security threats, and diplomatic tensions only serve to weaken the region's collective strength. But with visionary leadership and a commitment to regional solidarity, a new chapter can begin. For Ghana, this is more than just a diplomatic tour. It is a statement of intent. It is a declaration that Ghana refuses to watch from the sidelines as the region undergoes transformation. It is an acknowledgement that security, trade, and prosperity are interconnected, and that collaboration is the key to progress. As the dust settles on these high-level discussions, one thing is certain: Ghana's role in shaping the future of West Africa is far from over. The next moves will be critical, and all eyes will be on the outcomes of this historic engagement. Whether or not Mahama's tour achieves its ultimate goal of fostering unity, one thing remains clear: Ghana has positioned itself as a pivotal force in the evolving landscape of West African diplomacy.
If today is your first time watching this channel or you are returning to this channel for the exciting content, please subscribe to the channel for more educative and developmental projects across Ghana and Africa as a whole. Do you want to know about the state of a project in Africa? Then make sure to like and comment the name of the project you would like us to talk about and its current state.